Yeah, had it in my background. I played running back in high school a lot. I transferred to receiver about sophomore year in high school, so I had an early transfer, but it's definitely been in my game for a long period of time. Um, I feel like on the field production is there, but it's with everybody in this draft also. But I feel like with the coaches just knowing me, my character, and my off the field, me being a great young man would separate me also this week. Working with Coach Hartline was a biggest thing I had going for me. He taught me how to be a pro. It was from not even from route running. He taught me things like accountability, being a great practice player. He'll just tell us sometimes in practice like, yeah, those things will get you cut in the league. So I feel like I got to jump on everybody just because he was my position coach. Yeah, definitely do. We just been talking, playing around like we used to in the dorms back in the day. So it's great having him here and great seeing him. It was very cool. I'm just congratulating him, telling him, I thought we was gonna play against him. Joking around and stuff. So it's just been fun hanging back with Joe. Yeah, definitely. If he's not too big time. It definitely motivates a lot, just not from those guys last year, but the guys before them too. So it's just our turn to step in and put on for our school. Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of things done changed up with the scheduling at the combine, but it's all gonna be the same things. I'm getting great advice from all those guys. I'm very versatile. I think mainly I play mainly in the slot of the school, but had some packages, had some plays when I was on the outside. So I feel like I can do it all. Um, it's really we've really been talking football. Trying to get my knowledge of the game. I have a great background. I have no off the field issues, so it's really been just football and talking about the person I am. Yeah, I definitely met with the Patriots. It went well. We mainly we was talking about plays. I did a lot of similar things in their offense, and they was just trying to pick my brain about what we did, and come to find out it was mostly the same plays. Motioning, seeing if it was man or zone, using the option routes. Definitely what Edelman was doing. I was talking to a receivers coach about that. It's been a blessing. Just this whole experience. I'm just taking it in and making the most out of the opportunity. Um, I feel like I'm gonna do great on the field. I feel all that comes natural to me. I've been doing the combine since the Nike. So I feel like that part is come natural, but mainly I want to accomplish, like I said earlier, to the coaches, like who I am as a person, off the field, my character and my personality. Definitely, I know what to expect. I know what I'm coming into, and I feel like I'm ahead of some guys that didn't go there. I definitely can. Just off the fact that we was doing the same things, I feel like we step right in. Whatever they wanted me to do, special teams and that receiver. I definitely did. Oh yeah, we definitely talked a lot during the season. He was just telling me how it is, how he translated. I just talked to him yesterday about the combine, so he always giving me great advice. He was just telling me, it's the same thing as what you've been doing, just at a different level. Yeah, definitely. I have met with the Redskins. I met with them at the Senior Bowl, and I definitely met with them last night. We was just talking. We was talking about Terry and Dwayne actually, and also we went over just a little knowledge of the game, trying to figure out what I know. I met with the receiver coach. I felt like he was a great guy, and then the assistant receivers coach. I think he was really just picking my brain, and I felt like it was a good meeting. Guys I could talk to. I felt comfortable. First he said what's up. He loved my game, and then we went right into it. We went right into the asking me about coverages, plays, what I think about something on the field or things like that in that aspect. Yeah. I met with them at the Senior Bowl. Ought to be good, coming in with a basically with a young start like that. I could be a part of that transition with that organization. I know Drew Lock from we in the same class. Kind of called with him at the opening and back in the day. So I feel like coming in with that would be good. Dwayne's one of my good best friends. We did some things together on the field that we can live on forever that we will remember. But definitely playing with Dwayne again would be you know a great thing. The things we did, the records we broke. I feel like we could do the same thing, just at a different level. On the option routes, it was both of what you said. Leverage, coverages, definitely depth of the routes, knowing the first down, the down the distance and everything like that. From yeah, it felt great. Being a quarterback at the Redskins, and then he said that. But it's always good that somebody wants me. So at least I know somebody want me in the draft. Yeah, I met with the Bills. I met with the receivers coach. We talked football. We talked a lot of football. He asked me drop a play if I remembered it. So it was a great meeting. Though I feel like I always watch the Bills. I know it's cold, but I'm used to the cold. Going to Ohio State. I feel like they have a great fan base. I think the fans are always hectic out there. So it seems like a great organization. Josh Allen, he's a dog. I feel like he's a great leader also on the field, and you feel him every week. Oh yeah, definitely. I said on the field, they already know what I can do on the field. They already know the numbers I was gonna put up. I just want to impress them with my personality, me off the field, my character. Right. Right. I talked to all of them, and they give me the same advice. They say keep doing what you've been doing. It's the same thing that we was doing together. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. Doing the same things I've been doing. Um, Obviously the 40. I want to run a good 40. The routes and stuff. I've been running those routes since I was in high school. So I just want to kill really, I want to kill all the drills. Had a top five numbers in the combine. Yeah, it would mean a lot. I'll be, it's a blessing. Everybody doesn't get to do that, and I know I would. If when I get there, I'm gonna just take advantage of it, full advantage of it, and don't mess that opportunity up. Um, Probably in high school. I felt like I was dominant. And, I was watching guys in the NFL doing the same thing I was doing, and definitely I could do it in the game. So I was like, yeah, I feel like I could take this to that level. I'll say I was in 10th grade, but with my age, I started school early. I was supposed to be in the ninth grade, and they named me the starter at receiver, and everybody like over the older guys, and they was like this skinny kid right here. And then I remember going out there the first game and scoring like 3 touchdowns, and I had my respect since then. I feel like in the one on ones, I mean, I didn't lose a rep. I play outside. I won inside. But I had one drop that whole week. So I feel like I proved how versatile I am. Yeah. It's really good for me because like you could plug me anywhere. I don't have to just be stuck in a slot and only come in on this play or this package. So a lot of teams talk about using me everywhere. Uh, I'll say I can't bring both. That's a hard one. I can't even answer that. I definitely modeled my game after Jarvis Landry. I love Jarvis Landry. I feel like me and him got similar type games, and he just got that dog in him. It's not always perfect, but he always come down with the ball. So I definitely modeled my game after Jarvis. Yeah, I started back at the Senior Bowl. Just coming down here, translated over, kind of talking to the same people again, new teams. A lot of them been great. It's been mainly about football, about me as a person. I have good background. I don't have no off the field issues, so I don't have to get into all of that. So we just go right into football, and that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, I talked to the Eagles. I had a good impression on it. It was a good meeting. Like I said, we dove right into football. They wanted to pick my brain and see what I know. Um, so I think I had a great meeting with them. They wrote down the play. I had to remember. They talked to me about where I'm from, all other things, and then they told me to spit back that play, and I did it right for them. Big purchase. I ain't really thought about that. I got to get there first. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna be my dream. But it's really not all about the money for me. It's about being on that field, catching them passes. Catching my first touchdown is gonna be better than the money for me. Like I tell them, you're gonna get a consistent player. You're gonna get somebody that's gonna give you the same effort, the same production each week. You're gonna definitely gonna get a physical player, and also my route running and ball skills. Is off the charts. I feel like I'm one of the best in this draft. So yeah, that ball's gonna get caught when it come my way. I never had a chance. Yeah, I met with the Browns down at the Senior Bowl. Yeah. Oh, it was great. They was talking to me like, they already seen me being in Ohio, talking a lot about Ohio State, the connections right there. But it was definitely a great meeting. Uh, yeah, I definitely did. I felt like it'd be like staying home almost type thing. We all everybody loves the Browns in Ohio, and at Ohio State on my team that's from Ohio, they always rooting on the Browns. So it'd be like a staying home feeling. I feel like. Uh, I ask them about his one hands. I'll be like, who got the better one hand catches, me or you? Yeah. I said Isaiah Simmons from Clemson in that last game. I just seen him at safety one play. Next play I see him at linebacker. Then the next play I see him rushing out the edge. And, he was making plays at all three. You know, he was all over the field. I don't know. I know he a playmaker though. I tip my hat off. He got my respect. Say that again. I feel like it was like at Ohio State with Coach Meyer. You know, he had that same mentality. I could tell he has a culture on his team that he trying to embrace. But he definitely was a straightforward, hard nosed coach, and that's what I'm used to. So I feel like I adapted well with it. If you in the NFL and you playing quarterback, I'll catch pass from any of them. It meant a lot. You know, I feel like I just gained respect. You know, so with other players respecting my game, you know, coming up to me at the combine, was talking about the Senior Bowl, what I did at the Senior Bowl. Um, it's really what I expect. You know, coming out now that I'm an individual, showing my skills instead of being with a team now. So I feel like definitely gave my respects, and it feels great. Yeah, definitely. I seen, you know, I know my strengths and my weaknesses. You know, my strengths being my quicknesses, and basically knowing the knowledge of the game, leverage, and you know how to attack somebody. You know, in the slot, that's all you do. And you know, when I was in the slot, and I feel like I did well with those things, and that's why you know that separated me a lot. Y'all really talking about him, but you're not, and that's Justin Fields. Um, I feel like because, you know, he was young last year. He had 1 year under his belt, but you know, I feel like throughout the season he grew each game, and you know, now coming, he gonna have a big off season because he still has that chip on his shoulder. You know, he threw the pick the last seconds in the game that could have won it, and I know that's sticking with him the whole through this whole process. So I feel like he's gonna come back even more explosive.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live, we've got the practice report, we got rapid reaction. Hey, and you know we got Buck IQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure, we got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.